Hi, real quick. I'm pulling books that I've read and that I absolutely love, and all of them has something in common. I wonder if you guessed by the end of this video. But the first book is The Accomplices Wore Robes, Brando, Simeo, Stark. This book is about the United States Constitution and how they have regulated laws to keep legally black people at the bottom of the food chain. That means if we create these laws, it is by the courts, deemed by the courts that these laws are accurate and they should be true. This book, oh my goodness, it sheds so much light, and I do encourage anyone who's concerned about the livelihood in the state, in the lives of not only just black people, but the United States as a whole, to read this book. The second book I fell in love with, and I had no clue because I was so against it. But this is also what I consider a book that I enjoyed to read, but I have a lot of criticisms about it, and that's why I enjoyed it. It is Haley's Queen, the American Family Story, an American Family Story. Alex Haley, also co-written or assisted by David Stevens. This book is about Alex Haley's father side of the family. And so it tells the story of Alex Haley's father's mother, Queen, who was a slave. So it tells her story. But not only that, it gets into the relationship of Queen's relationship with her white side of the family. I would like to say Irish because there's no such thing as white people. It's a made up identity. It gets into her relationship with them, and it was so disturbing, but at the same time, it drew some. It made me think about our relationships with our oppressor, and so, and for that, I do recommend this book, Queen. The third book that I am currently reading, and I'm halfway through, and I had no idea that I would love this book so much. I actually went back to the store to get the book because when I read its summary, I said, okay, is it just me or do I really like this book? You guys excuse me. I got a pseudo prop on some furniture. Anyway, Darkolology, Ray Lee Barnes, Blackface, and the American Way of Entertainment. Darkolology. So this is a recent read for me, and when I say I know blackface, I know of blackface, but understanding the history, and not even understanding, knowing the history, because I haven't gotten to the part where I can understand and accept it, but it weaves this very dark story of mimicking black people in stereotypes. And I think this is something that most people should probably look into, because it not only just get into the entertainment, it gets into the essence of how globally black people are perpetuated, how they're seen. And so Darkolology, this is one of those books that I am just eating it up, you guys. I am just eating it up. So there's something similar with all of these books that I am noticing. If you haven't noticed when I raised them, I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to give you 3 seconds, though. And if you guess what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. I hope you guess what I guess. All of these covers have yellow in them. I got to look up what the meaning of yellow means. But, so engage that. I plan on delving into a next one book that I didn't think I was ready to read, but I love this author. A Brief History of 7 Killings. This is a novel by Marlon James. And I started reading one of his books earlier this year, couldn't get into it. And I said, well, I will get back to it at some point, but I'm thinking all books with yellow jackets must be a 5-star read. It must be a 5-star read. Because otherwise, why would I pull it? Why would I pull it? Okay. At most, a lot of my books, I give them a 4.5. I never give anything a 5, and here's why. I always feel like there's room, to adjust and improve some of the language, some of the introductions. 4.5, well, I can bump that up to like 4.75-ish. But at most, a lot of these are 5-star reads. I encourage you to check them out. So I'll talk to you later, fam. Bye-bye.